experiences where those who knew the staff in the Local Government Service Commission exposed the fact that the commission was tainted with politicians. It is true, as the case has been in all the local authorities, from my little experience, starting from the most basic position of firemen, they are called firemen, those who work in the fire brigade, that PF used that as a conduit to employ only their cadres. And so we have a big job, Honorable Member of Parliament for Kalabo, to ensure that we professionalize the Local Government Service Commission, which is responsible for the placement of employees in all the councils, without having to seem to be victimizing anyone. And I'm sure, Madam Speaker, you appreciate that it's a tough job, because the way you cannot judge a book by its cover. But we all know now, principally, that the Service Commission, the councils, have been filled with people who have less qualifications as gratification for belonging. We will not victimize anyone and remove them from their source of livelihood. But clearly, I must state here, in order to remedy this, all those, and I mean all, who we will prove are politicians, active politicians, such as the example I've given, we will find a way to get them out so that we can professionalize the commission, and the outputs thereof, I can assure you, will bring out a quality delivery service of goods to our people. But we have to be extremely careful, and that's why His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, the Republican President, 7th one of this republic, even if he has been blamed for acting slowly to make the changes, his desired changes, speaking to him through our cabinet, he has been very clear that he will not rush, because there may be collateral damage on even innocent people who are in these government jobs. Because every citizen deserves to get a government job. And so we have to tread carefully as we try to reform the employing agency for the local authorities. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
The Honourable Member for Chama South.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Minister, for that wonderful statement, and congratulations. This is how it should be. You have our maximum support as a new Dawn government if you actually go on such trajectory. That's how it should be. My question, Honourable Minister, is since the new Dawn government has promised total transformation of our communities, particularly those of us who represent the rural areas, is your government considering increasing this CDF fund? Because it's a fund that has a really impact on our people in the constituencies. Is your government or our new Dawn government considering increasing this fund, probably above 10 million kwacha per constituency? Are there such possibilities in this year or next year's budget? I submit, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you, Honourable Member of Parliament for Chama. At the expense of trading on the domain of the Minister of Finance, because this is clearly his area, I would like to state the following. It has been our belief as UPND that we are going to implement the full decentralization process that our erstwhile brothers and sisters in PF had put on the shelf for a very, very long time. And in implementing the decentralization process, it goes without saying that the devolution will entail that money, resources are going to come down from the center here in Lusaka to the districts. So yes, I can confirm that there will be an increase, but the naming of the figure, I would like to leave it to the Minister of Finance, who in not so distant a future, maybe in a week or two's time, is going to come and give you that figure which you are looking for. And I can assure you, dear brother and friend, that maybe that will be the day you will leave PF to join us, because there will be a change in the working.
The Honorable Member for Solwezi East.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me another chance to ask a question to the Honorable Minister for Local Government. Honorable Member for Zambezi East alluded to the fact that the structures are very important in the administering of the CDF fund. There are instances where the composition of the CDF committee or committees were not fairly done, comprising some PF cadres with that insatiable appetite to pocket money. Now, in this case, I know of the rural areas, the composition were influenced by our friends on the left. Now, the mandate of an MP is to
On a point of order, Madam Speaker.
There is a point.
But I know that he attended the orientation level where we start fellow UPND MP. Is in order, Madam Speaker, to insinuate that in his constituency
Thank you. The Honorable Member from Solwezi East will stick to facts when you're debating and also be specific to ask questions. Don't debate your question. Be specific, answer the question, and it will be answered. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The facts are there. I'd like to find out if the mandate of the Member of Parliament still stands according to the regulation that he read out to reconstitute the CDF committee. If we are given that mandate, I want it to go clear to the members out there that the MP is going to reconstitute in accordance with the regulation.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you for the opportunity again, and also thank the colleague from Shindamo for his question. The essence of this ministerial statement today was to do precisely what he's asking for. Please read the guidelines. This is a brand new parliament, and so you are at liberty to go as quickly as possible to form these committees. Once you form these committees, ensure that they are sent to the ministry as quickly as possible for scrutinization and approval. That's the way it works. And we will do that for you like lightning. We will make sure that as soon as your documents come to the ministry, we approve them so that you can start spending this money. Let me take advantage of this question because the honorable member spoke about putting money in people's pockets. This statement also, Madam, served as a caution, because to be forewarned is to be forearmed. That if you have long fingers, because the way the act is couched, it does not permit the MP to actually touch these funds, but you have control over how the utilization should be. But should your fingers extend to get to come into contact with these funds, you'll be doing it at your own peril. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Kankoyo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this opportunity. I just want to find out from the Honorable Minister for Local Government whether it's true to the fact that this is the first time a new government has managed to pay the CDF to other constituencies, even before they present their budget within the 14 days. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam, I can confirm that this is not the first time that CDF has been disbursed all in one shot. There has been years in the past where CDF has been disbursed in tranches, and there have been times in the past where CDF has been disbursed in piecemeals. Let me take advantage of this question to remind members that this CDF that is coming into your accounts is CDF for 2021. And we have just a couple of weeks before we begin the new fiscal year. It therefore goes without saying that our erstwhile friends in PF had not given priority to this fund. And so those members who lost elections, and this is the reason why in my submission I made a plea to honorable colleagues here that if there are projects that were left hanging by those who failed to make it back here via the election, please make sure that you complete those, even if they are not your priority. This is a case where I believe in our party that is in government today, we will plead to the Minister of Finance that CDF is given priority so that you have a whole year, whole fiscal year to plan your things right. I can assure you that by the time he reads the speech for the budget 2022, all this money would not have been touched because there are processes to follow, including constituting of these committees that I read in my statement. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Shiwangandu.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for allowing me a chance to pose a question to the Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Let me start by commending you for bringing that statement, Honorable Minister. And indeed, this has been a very difficult year, but also a clear demonstration that as your government didn't inherit empty coffers, because to get these funds, there must have been something in the coffers. Honorable Minister, we are going to the rain season. When do we expect these funds to hit the accounts? As you indicated that it has already been dispersed from the finance, and we expect it to be in the constituents' coffers. When do we expect this to happen? I thank you.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member of Parliament for Shiwangandu. I would like to confirm to you that the funds had been sitting on our account for nearly 10 days now. The funds were paid in 2 installments. The first installment was less 10 million kwacha only, which 10 million kwacha would represent plus or minus 4 constituencies. And after conferring with the Ministry of Finance, we chose to hold on to the money until everything was all put together. But I want you to know that I spoke to my staff at the time when they explained to me that there will be about 4 or so constituencies that are short. I said, let's go ahead, leave Mazabuka out, leave Liua out, leave Monze out, so that members can start working. But fortunately, the very next day, the 10 million was given, and now I can confirm to you that the banks have been instructed, and without wanting to be cited, I think that the monies should be either on your accounts today or in the next few days to come, but before Friday. But if you